Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Listening. I'm telling you. So let's preface this by today's blend. What was this again? Cherry
Cherry train. No, it's not cherry train.
I don't always smoke during a podcast, but if I do, it's these. They're bought at the local dispensary here in LaSalle. Shout out to what's their name?
LaSalle Cannabis Company.
Right. And if they don't want us to shout them out, too bad. Too late. Cherry boat. We're gonna need a bit.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat.
We're gonna need a bigger cherry boat. There we go. Now, are we gonna get in trouble now for smoking on camera?
That's a cigarette, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not wacky tobacco. That's a wacky cigarette. That was my attempt at a wink, in case anybody was wondering.
It doesn't really. See, there is a difference between smoke, right? Don't you think? You never notice a cigarette the way
the way it burns is different too. The smoke's definitely different.
Today's podcast and why I've decided to chase the dragon, to be honest, like I said, is Reggae records. So, we have so many chords now, this could become a problem. We need a snake help. Anyway, I start with basically off the bat. Emily was going to ask me a question.
Yes, okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
Your favorite top 3 non-Bob Marley albums?
Non-Bob, yeah, because you can't just lump. You gotta have Bob and everybody else. It's just so I forgot the title now. This isn't the right one. Sorry, they look very similar.
It's my fault. I had you switch them.
That's all right. No. I got these two covers. I don't know if I can even get in here. Probably not. This is what you see. They're red. This is good and everything. Don't get me wrong. Strictly rockers. Alright, but none shall escape Johnny Clark. This, I don't know what it is. I'm not going into heavy details. For me, reggae isn't, it's a vibe. It's a feel. I'm going to go so far as to say that I know that it's not as technical. Well, see, now some people are going to shit on it and say, hey man, I go into a new world, but if there's a beat or there's a vibe and it's kind of sort of thing that it leads you to believe it's simple, but it's not. It's to get that vibe is difficult. You don't have to be so technical and like you know what I mean, like the guitarists who are like Eddie Van Halen and that kind of thing might warrant a certain awe as far as playing, but something to evoke a feeling or sort of just you getting in touch and really feeling the music. I think reggae is great for that, especially when you decide to partake, and I think that's 2 and 2 go very well together, and that's why Bob Marley became Bob Marley, amazing superstar, like icon. Other factors, but so that's my 2 cents. Emily, the question for you: do you have any reggae records?
I used to have a Bob Marley record.
Alright, so I'm basically just going through my top 3 that I go to. I'm not saying these aren't deep, but some of them are definitely a few artists in here that I'm going to show you today are reggae artists that not everybody's going to know about. So this one everybody does, I think. Peter Tosh, probably the second most. I got to move this up. This is we're going to keep banging it. Peter Tosh has to be the second most to Bob Marley, most well-known reggae artist, I would say, if not Bunny Wailer maybe, but I'd say he's third as far as most known. But Peter Tosh, Legalize It, is just, again, I think it's, this is not, last one, and then I will figure something out with this. Gregory Isaacs, and I mentioned this in a Facebook post recently. So those are my 3 go-to reggae. Please comment if you know, if you like reggae, if you have a favorite reggae record, especially if it's not Bob Marley. I'd love to know your Bob Marley favorite and everything, but it's almost so easy to like Bob. Everybody likes Bob. it's something a little deeper, maybe something a little lesser known. So I'm going to talk about just some of my other stuff. This is a private collection. It's about the only thing that I have outside of a few signed things that is really that I have upstairs and that I'm not currently have for sale. So I just want to make sure that if people are watching this and they shop at Vintage and Vinyl, they might think, oh boy, I want to get that certain reggae record he has. I'm not actually selling these, maybe until I go to the great beyond. So,
No, we're gonna bury you with them. No.
Maybe. Yeah, burn me up with them and then put me in one of those little pot leaf necklaces.
Oh, don't you have one on your shelf?
I do. Somebody brought one in to sell, Jeremy. Yeah, that was some weird shit you brought in last time. I can't even mention some of the stuff, but there was one? There was one urn. There was an urn in there, and a few other. Actually, Todd took the flicking poop things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just thought that was the funniest thing since, whatever, so he got that. So, all right, check.
How many Bob Marley records do you own?
I don't know. Let's count them.
Are these actually all of them right here?
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I have all
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Ziggy Marley, sir?
Ziggy Marley, yeah, that doesn't count. That's his
That's
son.
Rita Marley?
That's his son, and that's his daughter.
That's Rita.
So, yeah.
That's the Wailers.
So,
That's got him in it, though, so.
You could pull out the one that's a lighter, because let's talk about that one. That's that we can say is my most collectible and worth the most. Because it's not really so much the record as it's the cover.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah, the lighter.
Alright, so you have 8.
Right. So,
Oh, you took to understand. Okay.
yeah, I don't know. That stand wasn't helping me because then I go to put it in and I'm banging all over this mic. Here, I'll move this down. That should be better.
Oh, very nice.
Anyway, yeah, it's made to look like a Zippo lighter, and then this coming. Yeah, it's always fun to try this without hitting the mic. This comes up and it reveals the lighter.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So the regular record of this, Catch a Fire. And this one's in really good shape, actually. None are I don't know. I suppose someone has one. Excuse me. That's perfect, but they're hard to find in really good shape. Now I've got a frog.
You're allowed to clear it. I do it about 5 times.
Ribbit. No, that was. I don't know if I'm fighting off a cold. I don't think so, but all the air conditioning, and then I go outside, and I don't know. I just feel like crap today. Anyway, yeah, this cost me a fair bit. I got in a trade from Mr. Tim Swathling. Thanks, Tim. Did a deal with a kind of a mid-2000s U2 vinyl that I had. That was an original. I can't remember the name now. It had a weird name, but yeah, that's how we worked that out. But the regular Catch a Fire is probably like a $30 to $40 record. Maybe this is more like, I think it's up and around $200 to $300. I think it's this one in this state probably about $300, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, I could be wrong. I could be off a little. Don't quote me on that exactly. I haven't checked it on Discogs. Things change pretty fast, especially some of those record store day records. I can't believe how some of them have shot up so much. It's crazy, but I guess it's, from a standpoint, they've made very few of certain ones, so they're obviously in. If someone who wanted one, record store day record I'm talking about, then they
Did you want me to put it back in the hair?
might as well.
So it doesn't get
Yeah,
lost.
well, hey, why not? Right? Oh, here we go. And here comes Dad. We're just going to leave him on. Just answer. Downtown Dennis Brown. Anyway. Yeah, Emily's going to be just kind of voguing. These aren't records that I'm selling, but it's records in my only collection I really have is a reggae collection. I have a few others here and there, some autograph things. So anyway, Dennis Brown, which there was a fellow that came in about a week ago. I know he's been a regular customer for over a decade, and I don't know his name, but he's from Jamaica, and he wants my Dennis Brown record, particularly that first Brown one, that one from the beginning, that one, deep down Dennis Brown. So anyway, I don't know, maybe I should sell him to him, make his day. So we're just going through some of my personal collection. I would like to put it out there, if anybody has any reggae. I started putting aside reggae right before and kind of during COVID. It was something that kind of became a hobby for me during the pandemic. So yeah, I think a lot of people kind of picked up doing something, whether it be knitting or whatever, quilting or cross stitching or gathering things, collecting things, and for me it was reggae records. I got a whole bunch of them from out west, from a Canadian company called Funky Moose, who now just recently decided to pack it in after several years. So kudos, hey to them, hey to Funky Moose. Thanks for all the years of service. All right, Steel Pulse. I'm not going to go into too much deep about what these bands are, just showing you. This is kind of a show and tell. I only have a couple by Steel Pulse. I'd like to find more if anybody has any. So maybe this is kind of, usually when we do a podcast, it's, I might be showing a few things that we have here at the shop for sale, but that's not really the focus of the podcast. But it just kind of intertwines, and if it happens to come up organically or whatever, then so be it. That's just the other Gregory Isaacs. The actual one that I like is the yellow one, which I think I talked about at the beginning of the podcast. If we end up leaving that part in, I don't know. It was a little discombobulated, but I think we're finding our way now that Emily is showing these. This way, I don't have to keep hitting the boom. You start hitting the mic every time, and then I know anybody listening is going to be like fed up. Just some other cool. I always like Peter Tosh's graphic, the album artwork. That's the other side.
The dude can unicycle.
Yeah,
I can barely two-cycle, and he's uniting it. Look at him go.
There's all kinds of pictures of him on that thing. I don't know. I think he got around quite a bit on that thing. But yeah, there's a lot of pictures of him with it. This one here again, Mama Africa. Look at that. The artistry in some of his covers are really amazing. Really cool. So I like a good kind of reggae cover. Something with something going on there. They're smoking some blunts, it's even more interesting.
Some more Peter Tosh.
More Peter Tosh. Obviously, he's got a lot of great albums. Legalize It, I play a lot. I don't know, throwing that one on all the time. But these are some of his other albums. Dreading Alive. That might be a live record. I haven't played that in a long time. Equal Rights. EP. How much Peter Tosh? Peter Tosh, by the way, died a violent death. He was murdered.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. They think of him as, most people do. Most people think of most reggae artists like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, whatever, as kind of chill and kind of, just guys who just kind of kick back, smoke grass, and sang reggae tunes, but some of them, they were kind of political. Yeah, so, but I don't know, I can't remember. I read it some along with Peter Tosh. I think it was something to do with, I don't know if it was debt he owed, or I'd have to say, I'd have to look it up again, but he was murdered, but I can't remember the reason. It might have been drug related. I can't remember.
Well, I can look it right now.
Yeah, we lost our Google girl when Emily became everything else. Oh, it's so funny to me still. You just never know, kids. Sometimes you got to start in the mailroom. Oh, man.
Well, he was murdered in 1987 during a home invasion.
No, that's it. Okay, so wasn't anything he was doing wrong, really, at all.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was nothing to do with drugs or him in debt. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, home invasion.
Home invasion gone wrong.
Yeah, yeah. So
put a sock on your bat, people. Gives you that second hit.
Black Uru, Black Uru, Black Uru, Uru.
Glad it was you pronouncing that, not me.
I'm probably pronouncing it still kind of piss poor, but that's close. Black Uru.
And some more by them.
Chill Out by Black Uru. Right. Anthem. Yeah, look at that cover. These guys got some good looking dreads. Love a good dread. Yeah, we'll go next. UB40, a little more poppy. But I don't know, I used to kind of, I sort of, let's That's what.
Are you trying to tell me something?
No.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the word. I sort of not discounted. I didn't take UB40 too serious. I still don't take them too serious, but I think they're all right. I've given them a lot more listens in the recent years, and because I don't know. It's not really all reggae. It's just kind of some is reggae-ish or whatever, and then the pop song. I didn't even know that they didn't even Red Red Wine. Red Red Wine.
Okay,
I didn't even
that
honestly know, to be honest, that they didn't like that. That's an old Neil Diamond song. So yeah, who'd have thought it? I think we're gonna have to get you. Google.
I can Google it.
I'm so tired right now. I'm more tired than I've ever been on a
that
podcast.
sativa is not waking you up. Eh?
No, the sativa didn't do it. Maybe it was the wrong blend. It did say it's 60-40. Maybe the 40 came over and said hi. No.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Okay. Neil Diamond. He wrote so many songs, and some stuff people kind of did a better or more known version. But more Bob Marley. Yeah, these are just the Bob Marley records that I happen to have for now. Can't remember. There was a couple that I need. I suppose I need Legend, but I don't feel it's that essential to me.
That's a really nice cover.
Any best of records. I'm more looking for if anybody has original. I don't want any reissues or current or colored vinyl, anything like that. I just want original reggae music, preferably originals and first press, early press, something like that. I don't mind the African records or records right from Africa, right from Jamaica, but it depends. I've been told some people think that they're inferior pressings and that they don't sound that great, but I think the type of music that it is, if you just turn it up and don't worry too much about it, as long as it's not a beat-on record, you're probably going to enjoy it, because, that's reggae. This is just more Bob Marley, and then his kids' records, which I don't have a lot of. And then that's, again, was the coup de grace, the lighter Marley, so, which you don't see too often. Alright, moving on. What else do we have in here? So, again, I put it out there, if anybody has any reggae records, contact me, either through Facebook or through the podcast, Steve Ruby Podcast, which, by the way, while I'm at it, please subscribe. We need more subscribers. Without more subscribers, we're all going to die a very fiery death. No, not true, but yeah, it'd be nice to get the subscribers up. This is... Who is this? I can't see.
Oh, it's...
Bunny Wailer?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Bunny
yes.
Wailer. Okay, I just couldn't see. There was like glare. Bunny Wailer, of course, was with the original Wailers with Bob Marley. And I don't know, like that album? Yeah, that one. And then there's a couple others. I don't have a lot. Like, I think those might even just be comps. Yeah, I don't think one is a comp and one is not. But like some of this stuff, I put it on. It's just good stuff. It doesn't have to, I'm not saying that those might not be the ones in my top 10 or anything, but I get a good vibe going whenever I put Bunny Wailer on. Culture. There's another guy. I think he got killed, or he died young. I know that. I can't remember his real name. That'd be a Google thing again. But Culture, I like them. Their records are kind of hard to find.
Joseph Hill, Albert Walker, and Lloyd Days.
Joseph Hill.
Joseph Hill.
Yeah. So if you Google,
Joseph Hill is that fellow right there.
Yeah. So I think he died young. There's a lot of reggae artists that died young for various reasons, but Bob Marley was another dude. Bob Marley died of
cancer,
cancer.
Toe, something with his toe. He was supposed to get his toe removed. He said, "No, you're not removing it," and then there you go.
Yeah.
Shame, really, but I guess that's your belief, man.
Burning Spear, Man in the Hills. That's a great album. I think that to me is really his favorite. My favorite of them is that one. This one's probably second, but it's real good too. And that's something a little more modern. But yeah.
All right. Alright, and that there is the end of your collection in here.
Wow, that's all of them, eh? And that's actually not all of them. I have like probably
Quite a few more up there.
Did we go through the various ones at the front?
Oh no, we did not. I'll do those now. I'm sorry.
Might as well, just because those are some good one-offs. This is stuff that I have that's of course my favorite reggae album. And that's my second favorite. Probably third favorite. But yeah, so Enid Redland, Strictly Rockers. So these are just some ones that I have that are just singles. I just got this record. I haven't
Scientist, High Priest of Dub.
Yeah, okay. So I was digging that the other day. Aussie Scott is a great album. It's reggae-ish. It's not really totally reggae to me, but it's more jazz. He plays a pretty cool sax though, and if you want an album to just totally chill out to, and maybe even play if you wanted to say a little romance or something, kind of a nice dinner, background music kind of thing, I really like that record for that. It's nice and smooth. So, Yellow Man, not so smooth. Well, smooth in his own way. Yeah. The Equals, which I don't know yet, I'm not asking you. The guy on the end is, yeah, what's his name? The guy on the end is the guy who, Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant.
Derv, Gordon, Pat Lloyd. Oh yeah, Eddie Grant.
Eddie Grant.
Yeah.
Went on to, you know that song, Electric Avenue?
Yes, I did.
Him.
Oh, okay.
And he was a real young man, so in a band called The Equals. So baby, come back. Yeah. So that's kind of that's one of my favorite. I love the look of that album. It's cool to me. I like the sort of like late '60s.
I like
70s.
the back picture better. Look how happy they are. Look at those smiles.
Yeah,
I love it.
Of The Equals. They had to balance it out.
It's just so happy.
All right.
Genuine smiles. It's a sign.
So those are the reggae records that I own. And I have lots more actually, but those are like the highlights and stuff. So I'm always looking to add to the collection. I particularly like, you know, like I said, originals. And I'm trying to find, what was the one record? I'll comment in it. There was one record that I was looking for in particular, but I'll make a comment of it when the post goes up. All right, Emma, that's gonna about do it, I think. Reggae.
Reggae.
Say the word reggae, and you come in to the shop and mention that you watched it and heard the secret word is reggae during the podcast, and we'll give you 20% off any used vinyl. All right, sound cool? Stay groovy.